Hello, and welcome to The Science of Ageless Living. I'm your host, Dr. Ethan Hausman-Marquise, medical innovator, aesthetic pioneer, and lifelong student of the human body and its incredible potential. Broadcasting from the Catalyst Clinic, with locations in London, New York, and Amsterdam, this podcast is your ultimate guide to unlocking the secrets of living not just longer, but better. All right, settle in, folks, because this one's a bit of a ride. You know, I was sitting here the other day trying to remember where I put my keys again, and it hit me. Not just the frustration, but that familiar, scattered feeling. It's like my brain has a browser with 1,000 tabs open, and none of them are loading properly. And honestly, did you know that while stimulants like Adderall and Ritalin are the go-to for so many of us dealing with this, there's a growing buzz about something completely different, something that sounds like it belongs in a sci-fi flick, NAD+. Welcome everyone to The Science of Ageless Living, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of how our bodies work and how we can optimize them for, well, everything. Today, we're not talking about wrinkles or joint pain. We're talking about the brain, specifically ADHD. Now, we all know the drill with ADHD. It's that whirlwind of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that can make even the simplest tasks feel like climbing Mount Everest. We're talking about the neurodevelopmental condition that affects millions, making it hard to focus, organize, and manage time. And for decades, the standard treatment has been stimulant medications. These drugs, like Adderall and Ritalin, can be incredibly effective for many, helping to sharpen focus and calm the chaos. But let's be real, they're not a magic bullet. Some people experience side effects, some find them less effective over time, and some just don't respond to them at all. That leaves a lot of us searching for something more, something different. And that's where NAD+ comes in. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Sounds like a mouthful, right? It's a coenzyme found in all living cells, and it plays a critical role in energy production, DNA repair, and cellular communication. Think of it as the tiny power plant inside every cell. And here's the kicker. Recent research suggests that NAD+ might play a role in brain health and cognitive function. So, could it be a potential tool in managing ADHD? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. We're going to dive into the science, look at the studies, and talk about what this means for those of us looking for alternative or complementary ways to manage our ADHD. So buckle up, because we're about to go deep into the cellular level and maybe, just maybe, find a new path to clarity. Let's get started. It also plays a significant role in brain health. It's involved in various neurological processes, including neurotransmitter synthesis and DNA repair. This is where the connection to cognitive function, and specifically ADHD, becomes intriguing. Now, we know that ADHD is often associated with differences in brain structure and function, particularly in areas related to attention, focus, and executive function. One key area of research is the link between energy metabolism and cognitive function. If your brain cells aren't getting the energy they need, they can't function optimally. And because NAD+ is so critical for energy production, it's logical to explore its potential role in supporting brain health in individuals with ADHD. Think of it this way. If your brain is a complex computer, NAD+ is the power supply. If the power supply is weak, the computer's performance suffers. Research suggests that NAD+ levels naturally decline with age, and some studies indicate that individuals with certain neurological conditions may have lower NAD+ levels compared to healthy individuals. This decline in NAD+ could potentially contribute to cognitive deficits, including those seen in ADHD. When we talk about potential benefits, we are looking at the possibility that increasing NAD+ levels may support focused memory and overall brain health. We're not talking about a cure or a magic bullet, but we are talking about a potential support system for the brain. For example, some studies are exploring how NAD+ precursors like nicotinamide riboside or nicotinamide mononucleotide might influence neurological function. These precursors can be converted into NAD+ within the body, potentially boosting NAD+ levels. It's important to note the research is still evolving. We're still in the early stages of understanding the full impact of NAD+ on brain health and ADHD. More research is needed to determine the optimal dosage, long-term effects, and specific benefits for individuals with ADHD. However, the initial findings are promising and warrant further investigation. Ultimately, maintaining healthy NAD+ levels is crucial for overall cellular health and potentially for optimal cognitive function. And while we can't stop the natural decline of NAD+ with age entirely, we can explore ways to support its production through lifestyle changes like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and potentially through supplementation. So, in essence, NAD+ is a fundamental building block of cellular energy and repair, with potential implications for brain health and cognitive function, including those affected by ADHD. It's a key player in the science of age-less living, and we'll continue to explore its fascinating role in future episodes. Stay tuned, and remember, your cellular health is the foundation of your overall well-being. Let's delve into a topic that affects millions ADHD, and specifically, the limitations of traditional stimulant medications. Now, we all know the story. Stimulants like methylphenidate or amphetamine have been the cornerstone of ADHD treatment for decades, and for many they're life-changing, but let's be honest, they're not a magic bullet. Think about it. We've all heard the stories, or maybe experienced them ourselves. The jittery feeling, the loss of appetite that makes lunchtime a battle, the nights spent staring at the ceiling, sleep a distant dream. And then there's the dependency, the constant need for that pill to function, the fear of what happens when it wears off. And importantly, stimulants just don't work for everyone. Some individuals experience minimal benefits, while others struggle with intolerable side effects. So where do we go from here? Well, the good news is we're seeing a surge in interest in complementary approaches, a more holistic, integrative view of ADHD management. It's not about throwing out the baby with the bathwater, but rather recognizing that the brain is complex and its needs are multifaceted. And that's where NAD+ comes in. Now, NAD+ stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. It's a coenzyme present in all living cells, and it plays a crucial role in energy production, DNA repair, and cellular signaling. Recent research suggests that NAD+ may have a significant impact on brain function, particularly in areas related to attention and focus. Think of it this way. Stimulants often work by artificially boosting dopamine and norepinephrine levels. But what if we could support the brain's natural ability to regulate these neurotransmitters? That's where NAD+ potentially shines. By enhancing mitochondrial function and promoting cellular repair, NAD+ may contribute to improved cognitive function and reduced ADHD symptoms. Now, I want to be clear, NAD+ is not a replacement for traditional treatments. It's not a quick fix, but as part of a broader, individualized approach, it could be a valuable tool. Consider it a piece of the puzzle alongside lifestyle changes, therapy, and other supportive interventions. We're talking about optimizing brain health from the inside out, improving cellular energy, supporting neurotransmitter balance, and promoting overall well-being. This isn't just about managing symptoms, it's about fostering a brain that thrives. And of course, research is ongoing. We're still uncovering the full potential of NAD+ in ADHD management. But the preliminary findings are promising, and they offer hope for those seeking more sustainable, holistic solutions. The key takeaway here is that aging well, especially when dealing with neurodivergence, isn't about relying on a single pill. It's about embracing a multifaceted approach, exploring all available options, and prioritizing overall health. We need to look beyond the limitations of stimulants and explore the possibilities that lie within a more comprehensive, personalized strategy. Now, let's examine the ever-intriguing world of NAD+, a coenzyme garnering a lot of buzz in the longevity sphere. Now, we've talked about the science, but let's get down to brass tacks. Practical considerations. You know, the stuff that really matters when you're thinking about incorporating this into your life. First, how NAD+ is administered. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You've got options. You can take supplements, which are generally the most accessible, but absorption can vary. Then, there are IV infusions, which deliver NAD+ directly into your bloodstream, offering potentially faster and more potent effects. Finally, we have precursors like NMN and NR. These are compounds your body uses to produce NAD+. Think of them as the building blocks. Each method has its pros and cons, and it really depends on your individual needs and preferences. Next up, safety and accessibility. Let's be real, nothing comes without potential drawbacks. Some people report mild side effects like nausea, fatigue, or headaches with NAD+ supplements. And let's not forget the cost. IV infusions, in particular, can be quite pricey. Accessibility is another factor. Not everyone has access to clinics offering these treatments. And while NMN and NR are becoming more readily available, they still represent a financial investment. Now, who might benefit? This is a crucial question. While NAD+ shows promise in areas like cellular repair and energy production, it's not a magic bullet. It might be particularly interesting for individuals looking for complementary therapies, especially those who are sensitive to stimulants or who want to support their cellular health as they age. But, and this is a big but, it's not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle. Which brings us to my final point, expert advice. I can't stress this enough. Before you jump on the NAD+ bandwagon, or any alternative treatment for that matter, talk to your healthcare provider seriously. They can assess your individual health status, consider any potential interactions with medications you're already taking, and help you make informed decisions. Don't rely on internet hype or anecdotal evidence. Your health is too important for that. Look, NAD+ is an exciting area of research. It holds promise, and the science is evolving rapidly. But it's essential to approach it with a level head, considering the practicalities. Do your research, talk to your doctor, and make informed choices. Because at the end of the day, longevity is about more than just supplements or infusions. It's about a holistic approach to well-being. And that's what we're all about here at the Science of Ageless Living. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay healthy and stay curious. All right, that brings us to the end of another fascinating exploration into the science of ageless living. And today we've delved into some really compelling areas regarding ADHD, a condition that impacts so many. We've seen how the treatment landscape is shifting, moving beyond the traditional reliance on stimulants. Remember, we discussed the emerging research into alternative approaches, particularly the potential of NAD+ as a complementary therapy. While it's not a standalone cure, the data suggests it could play a significant role in supporting overall brain health and function for individuals with ADHD. Now, it's crucial to emphasize that this is a rapidly evolving field. Research is ongoing, and what we know today might be expanded upon or even challenged tomorrow. And that's the beauty of science, isn't it? It's a continuous process of discovery. We must also underscore the importance of personalized care. What works for one person might not work for another. If you're struggling with ADHD, or if you're curious about NAD+ or other emerging treatments, please consult with a qualified healthcare professional. They can provide tailored advice based on your individual needs. Look, this journey, this pursuit of ageless living isn't about halting time. It's about optimizing our health and well-being at every stage. And that includes understanding and managing conditions like ADHD. Science is constantly evolving, and so is our understanding of ADHD. Together, we can uncover new ways to live better, healthier lives. We are at the cusp of some truly exciting discoveries. And that brings me to you, our amazing listeners. We want to hear from you. Have you explored NAD+ therapy? What are your experiences with alternative ADHD treatments? Do you have questions or insights you'd like to share? Please join the conversation. Head over to our website, insert website address here, where you can find resources and connect with other listeners. You can also find us on all our social media platforms. Just search for The Science of Ageless Living. We're eager to hear your stories and continue this important dialogue. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep living your best, most vibrant life. I'm Dr. Ethan.